Happy New Year, everyone. I'll be playing Zelda Link to the Past. I plan to do an entire playthrough, kind of a speedrun, but not exactly. Like, I'm not going for a world record time or anything. Now, the Zelda series is probably the primary reason why I tolerate Nintendo and all of its unethical BS over the past many decades. Well, let's go and look at this intro right here. Long ago, in the beautiful kingdom of Hyrule surrounded by mountains and forests. Legends told of an omnipotent and omniscient golden power that resided in a hidden land. I don't know how it can be omniscient, but okay. Many people aggressively sought to enter the hidden golden land. But no one ever returned. One day, evil power began to flow from the Golden Land. Now this Golden Land would later be called the Sacred Realm. So the king commanded 7 wise men to seal the gate to the land of the Golden Power. This music brings back memories. What? Oh, that seal should have remained for all time. Why is one guy sitting down? But when these events were obscured by the mists of time and became legend, kind of a cut-off in the narration here. That's the king. Kind of a weird-looking sprite. I always got confused. Like, that crown, I couldn't tell if that was his crown or his head. Mist wizard known as Agadnim came to Hyrule to release the seal. He eliminated the good king of Hyrule. There's Zelda. And this sprite's weird looking too. His face, it's like, huh. With evil magic, he began to make descendants of the 7 wise men vanish, one after another. Uh-oh. He's basically sending them to the Dark World. And the time of destiny for Princess Zelda is drawing near. So he's gonna do that to Zelda soon. I need to stop him. Okay, so there's the intro. Alright. Hang on, how come it's not letting me press start? I think I just have to wait. Okay, here we go. Now every time I play Zelda games, I just call myself Link. Default protagonist name. Now of all the Zelda games that have been released, I played every single one of them, and my personal favorite is Ocarina of Time, but I will consider Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time to be both tied for best Zelda games ever. Oh yeah, a little bit more story here. Help me, this is Zelda's voice. Please help me. I am a prisoner in the dungeon of the castle. My name is Zelda. The wizard, Agadnim, has done something to the other missing girls. Now only I remain. Agadnim has seized control of the castle and is now trying to open the 7 wise men's seal. I am in the dungeon of the castle. Please help me. Now, we're not sure if she's actually talking to Link's uncle, that's the guy with the blue hair on the right, or Link himself. I think it's Link himself though, but Link's uncle is gonna go try to save her. Maybe she was communicating the message to both of them. Link, I'm going out for a while. I'll be back by morning. Don't leave the house. And of course, as Link, the first thing you should do is not listen to your uncle. Well, first thing is to open his chest, get a lantern. That'll be important for later. A lamp. And then disobey your uncle and leave the house. Alright, let's go try and save Zelda. So like I was saying earlier, I consider Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time to be tied for best Zelda games ever made. Breath of the Wild is definitely up there too, but the reason I think Link to the Past, this game, could be the best is because it set the template and the standard for all of the 2D Zelda games that came after. And even though it was technically the 3rd Zelda game, I feel like it did a lot more for the series in setting all the foundations for gameplay and game design. Alright, here's the uncle. I think he got hurt from falling down that hole. Link, I didn't want you involved in this. I told you not to leave the house. Take my sword and shield and listen. You can focus power in the blade, hold the B button, then release it using the secret technique handed down by our people. Link, you can do it. Save the princess. Zelda is your... So that's a cliffhanger that's never been... I don't think it's been ever clearly addressed. But we don't know exactly what the uncle was trying to say, and he's dead now. So sad. Maybe she's Link's sister, maybe probably just Link's destiny or something like that. Like in The Witcher, she's your destiny. Okay. 5 rupees. Hey now, why am I wasting time? Let me just go to my destination. Yeah, Link to the Past set the template and foundation for all the 2D Zelda games afterwards, whereas Ocarina of Time did the same for the 3D Zelda games. Almost every single Zelda game is either a variation of Link to the Past or a variation of Ocarina of Time. Just let me know. Slight differences, but the foundations are in these 2 games. I really like Breath of the Wild too, but Breath of the Wild, if we were to be honest, basically recycles the Zelda formula, but also anything that seems new with Breath of the Wild, like with the open world and everything, it basically just got it from like other open world Western RPGs, like Skyrim, Witcher, games like that. So in a way, Breath of the Wild just took mechanics from other popular role-playing games and added in a Fire Emblem's mechanic of your weapons breaking. That was like the most annoying thing about Breath of the Wild. And then now you have that Genshin Impact game that's just ripping off Breath of the Wild. Yep. In the gaming industry, it's just all about plagiarizing each other or taking each other's ideas. This game, though, very, very innovative for its time. As influential and important as the very first Zelda game was, I feel like it's not as accessible because of its tight controls, and also its difficulty level, and there isn't that much variety in the gameplay. Now, I still do enjoy playing the first Zelda game, but I feel like this was the one that really, it's like perfect in a lot of ways. Like each room you go to is different from the previous, whereas the first Zelda game kind of you just have much of the same repeating rooms, just with different enemies in each one. And you don't really have much in the way of puzzles other than just pushing blocks and trying not to get lost. But in Link to the Past, you have this map that you can use to navigate, and the game gives you all the tools you need to just figure out your way. Alright, need to get down to the lowest level to save Zelda. Alright, now this mini-boss of sorts, he can be pretty dangerous if you fight him because he has that spinning, spiky ball thing. But you can just throw pots at him. Whoa, hold on. I let him get too close because I was talking too much. You know, ow, like I said. Alright, let's do this the old-fashioned way. Added challenge. Let's do the spin attack over and over again. So yeah, you can die here if you're a newbie gamer and you suck at video games. Got the big key, yeah. And here's Zelda. Thank you, Link. I had a feeling you were getting close. I mean, you could kind of see and hear me. Link, listen carefully. The wizard's magically controlling all the soldiers in the castle. I fear the worst for my father. The wizard's an inhuman fiend with strong magical powers. Do you understand? Not at all. Yes, I do. Alright, let's get out of here before the wizard notices. I know a secret path, but first, we have to go to the first floor. Let's go. Alright. It's cool that in the very beginning of the game, right after saving Zelda, she follows you for a bit. It's kind of neat. Oh, hang on. Let me get a heart here. like I said, I'll be going straight for each dungeon, and I played through this game probably dozens of times, but this time around, I'm gonna try to do a run where I don't get any heart pieces. You collect 4 heart pieces to increase your health. I'm gonna try to play through the game without collecting any. It'll save time and it'll add an extra challenge. Unfortunately, this is one of the Zelda games that doesn't allow you to do a 3 heart run, which means that you also avoid getting any of the heart containers that give you an extra heart from being the bosses. In Link to the Past, you have to get the heart containers to progress. This game, even this game might be a bit too challenging if I tried to do a 3 heart run, because the later bosses would just one-shot you if you only have 3 hearts. I've done a 3 heart run for Ocarina of Time before, and I want to do a 3 heart run for Link's Awakening. I think I'll do that after I finish my Link to the Past playthrough. Alright, gotta go to the 2nd floor here. But yeah, the Zelda series is by far, only to a century, I'm sure the old man there will help us. The Zelda series is by far my favorite video game series of all time. It just so happens that Nintendo has created and owns Zelda. And like I said at the very beginning, this series, the ornamental shell should open. You have a light, it's pitch dark inside, and you can't see without one. If you're ready, let's go. Let me push from the left. I wonder if I ever tried to do this without getting that lamp from Link's house at the very beginning. Like, you can still progress, I think. Just that you can't see as well. Maybe I should have tried it. Tried skipping the lamp. Oh well. Anyways. Sorry, there's always dialogue. Zelda keeps saying something that interrupts me and my train of thought. And my lines of speech when I'm talking. But, as I was saying, Zelda series is my favorite series, and the primary reason why I'm willing to still buy Nintendo products and put up with Nintendo after all these years. I've had a lifetime of a love and hate relationship with Nintendo. Nintendo in a lot of ways is like an abusive parent. And I've written extensively on this topic in a few blog articles that I've written a while ago. Yeah, Nintendo doesn't treat its fans very well. After passing through these sewers, you will be very close to the sanctuary. Let's be careful. I'm always careful. Nintendo doesn't treat its fanbase right, exploits consumers, uses nostalgia as a way to make money. I mean, who wouldn't, I guess? Nostalgia is very powerful. It's how Pokemon makes so much money, it's how Mario makes so much money, it's how Nintendo makes tons of money in general. And I have given them tons of money over the years. I'm gonna try to give them less money this year though. But Zelda is one of my main weaknesses, maybe my #1 weakness. If there's a Zelda product, a limited edition type of thing, then yeah, I will feel I'm obsessed. And addicted. I will feel it absolutely necessary to own it. Sanctuary is just beyond that door. Pull the switch over there. So you have the switch on the left and the switch on the right. If you go next to one on the right, which is the correct one, then this message will prompt up. You have to pull the door lever. Yes, I know how to play the game. But I'm gonna pull the wrong one just for fun. It's gonna cause a lot of bombs to fall down. Whoop. DD. Oh, snakes. That was bombs. Whoops. I misremembered. Well, human memory is very, very unreliable at times. Cool. Aha! Let's see if I can kill these all without getting hit. Yeah! I'm okay at this game. Because I played it too much. Alright, Zelda is saved. Princess Zelda, you're safe. Is this your doing, Link? Well, obviously. Yes, it was Link who helped me escape from the dungeon. When I was captive, the wizard said, once I have finished with you, the final one, the seal of the wise men will open. Link, you must not let the land of Hyrule fall into Wizard's clutches. If he releases the seal of the 7 men, your power will overwhelm this land. Before that happens, before it's too late, destroy the wizard before he destroys all of Hyrule. You can do it! You can... I sense that a mighty evil force guides the wizard's actions and augments his magical power. I'm sure you can guess who that is. The only weapon potent enough to defeat the wizard is the legendary Master Sword. It's always the Master Sword. Actually, this was the first Zelda game to introduce the Master Sword. So at this point in time, yeah, Master Sword is a new thing. It is said that the village elder is a descendant of one of the 7 wise men. Maybe he can tell you more. I will mark his house on your map, but watch your every move. I am certain that the castle soldiers will be looking for you now. They're all over the world trying to kill Link. I will hide Princess Zelda here. Do not worry, seek the elder. You understand? Yes. Oh, I can skip this, I think. Oh, okay. I can skip the first heart container. Alright. There's a heart container in that chest. That'll increase your health. Alright, now we're in the open world of Hyrule. The iconic Hyrule theme is playing. So even though the map tells me I'm supposed to go to Kakariko on the left, I'm actually going to go to the right. I'm going to go straight for the first dungeon. And I'm going to do that on the next episode. Alright, so like I said, Happy New Year everyone. Hope you guys are all hanging in there. Gonna hope for the best that this year will be better. Even though signs are suggesting that it won't be that much better, let's still just keep hoping for the best. That's how we get through these tough times. I'm also not going to be doing a retro game night anymore, because in general, I'm just going to be playing retro games every now and then. And I'm going to be spacing out my videos more, but I'm going to continue my playthrough of Link to the Past. I'm going to try to have each episode focus on one dungeon. So I hope you guys enjoy those videos. Alright, I'm signing off. Take care everyone. Goodbye.